Ladies and gentlemen, I did a talk at Vienna Business Agency about goal setting, why I'm going for 10 million in 10 years, and you see also my theory background around that. Enjoy, smash the subscribe button, push the like button, and I'm happy for every comment. Enjoy and lots of fun. Welcome. Just a huge crowd. Today, I want to start with a short introduction. Who am I? What I'm talking about? I was raised and grew up on a winery in Lower Austria. Then I'm also a chemist and biotechnologist. Then I did my business degree, my bachelor's degree, master's degree. Then I spent some time on the family-owned winery. Then I went to the industry and then to consulting. And now I'm a visiting professor at 4 universities, 2 in Austria, 2 abroad. And one topic I always came along is goal setting. And I want to start with a little mind experiment. Imagine 2 persons. One person has a huge goal. He or she will reach or want to reach a net worth or whatever net worth, let's take it a net worth of 1 million euro. Then imagine the other person. The goal is 1 billion euro. The first one is a high performer. First one performs like 90% more. Now we can all calculate, meaning in the end this person has 1.9 million, right? The other person is a fucking loser. Underperforms by 50%. How much does this person have? 500 million. Now, who's the loser? I find that very interesting. And especially when you set goals, your mind is changing. The moment you set a goal, has any one of you ever bought something new? The moment you decide, I want to buy a new car, a yellow Renault Clio or something like that. The next day you went out to the street, you just see yellow Clios. That's it. This is how our brain is functioning. So what we have in our mind and what we want to achieve, we somehow see then in the world. And it was done in 1970s, a study with Harvard MBA students. Now imagine the following. 100% of those people were asked, do you have goals? And they had no clue. Just 18 of them said, yeah, we have goals. Okay. Then the next question was, who of you has written them down? Guess how much of the 18 had written down goals and plans to achieve them? Just one? 5? It was 3. Now, money, and I'm now really explaining very black and white. You can apply that to any area in your life, spiritual, private life, partnership, and so on. Later on, 10 years later, the same people were asked, and as far as money is easy to calculate and easy to count, the first group with no goals at all were asked how much they earned. And then they compared it to the second group. And the second group were the ones that had goals but not written down. Guess how much they earned more than the first group? Double. And now the 3 people that had written down their plans and know exactly where to go. Any educated guess? 10 times as much as the other 2 groups together. It's no rocket science. It's just getting there, thinking about what are my goals, write them down, and that's it. Now, I teach that and I lecture that now already for a few years. And I also explained that to students, and sometime I thought, well, probably it makes sense to write down also goals for myself, and as far as money is easy to calculate, I made that. And I'm also very active on social media, so you can feel free to follow. In October, I decided to make my personal goal public, and I document my journey 10-10 towards 10 million euros in 10 years. Because we underestimate what we can achieve in 10 years, but we overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year. And I think every one of you had that already. I will do this and that next year. It was way too much. But when you think about what you can achieve in 10 years, it's amazing. Think about when you started in school, you haven't thought about that it's really possible 10 years later to solve crazy mathematics, whatever, statistics and all that stuff. But you had people that joined you along the way and explained you along the way how this is working. Now, since I communicated that in October, lots of stuff was happening. And I started also an interview series. I did different interviews now with Klaus Mühlbauer from the hat manufacturer, with Leo Hillinger, the winery boss in Burgenland. I did also an interview with Gerald Hörhan, the investment punk. The next two are planned with the CEO of Sonnentor, if you know Sonnentor. And the next one then is planned with Heinz Reitbauer from Steyrijk. Crazy things happen when you set big goals. I'm really honest, I have no clue how to get to the 10 million. But this is a good sign for me that it's a worth goal to work for, because if I already know how to get there, then most people and experts tell you, then it's too small. And better to fail with a big goal than to achieve a small goal, what I told you in the beginning. So, if you're interested, you have all the data available. You can follow me. I'm also available afterwards for any questions, discussions. So it is really a great pleasure to tell or being able to tell you this story. Thank you very much and have a great night. Thank you.